Ivers and I'm the CEO of Green Rebel. Green Rebel is a marine services company founded as little as 2 years ago. We've spent our first year developing competency and capability in the area of data acquisition that supports the consenting process for offshore wind farm developers. Last year, 2022, was our first year fully operational. We currently provide 3 primary data acquisition services to the industry. We do baseline aerial ecology services, effectively surveying investigation areas for developers, which informs the consenting process in terms of birds, mammals, and the impact that might have on their environment. We also have a geophysical opco within Green Rebel. So effectively we survey the seabed, again providing information, key information to offshore wind farm developers in terms of how or where best to place offshore wind farms to minimize environmental impact, but also to maximize the efficiency and engineering design of their wind farms. A third area of data acquisition is our MIIN team. So effectively our MIIN team assists offshore wind farm developers to quantify the wind resource, providing bankable data that enables them to go and get finance for their projects. So across the board, Green Rebel provides those 3 primary services. Our ambition for the future is to continue to provide services that are not currently indigenously provided in Ireland. And for that, we've built what we believe to be a very strong brand and recognisable brand within Green Rebel. I'm relatively new to the marine industry. I come from a comms and data background. I suppose effectively the services that Green Rebel provides is data products to developers. There's no experience necessary, and I suppose it's encouraging for the industry to see that, look, there's a lot of, we work in I suppose currently in Ireland, there's a lot of job losses, for example, in the tech industry, but there is absolute opportunity for people with all manner of backgrounds to enter this industry and to really add value to this industry. Naturally, Green Rebel has over 90 employees as of today, with full-time employees, with a number of employees then as consultants or on a part-time basis. We have some of Ireland's foremost experts working with Green Rebel, some of which that have actually literally written books about the Irish continental shelf. So we bring a lot of expertise, whether it's directly from the marine industry, but also we encourage people to diversify from other industries, build their skill sets within marine. So in a short space of time, Green Rebel has built competency and capability to really compete with international players who otherwise would be doing the work that Green Rebel now does within Ireland. We are an Irish solution for developers. I believe, and I suppose the industry believes, that to achieve the social license to operate, the Irish people, the Irish population needs to see jobs on the ground. They need to see the economic opportunity being realised. Ireland has a very poor history of maximising the benefit of its natural resources, and the opportunity is there now to build a really strong economic powerhouse to support one that isn't just supporting Irish supply chain or Irish development, but one which we can export internationally. Green Rebel isn't chosen by the developers because we're the Irish solution. It does help, and it's a very unique selling point for us that we already have pre-established relationships with the fishing community and others, but we also deliver our products to an international standard, and that's critically important. The biggest opportunity for companies like Green Rebel and companies that will enter the supply chain is looking at what is currently being done now and look to innovate and look to establish new ways of working. The Rebel in Green Rebel is about disrupting the convention. It's about looking at how data is acquired or how services are provided today and look forward in the next 5 to 10 years. I believe Ireland's opportunity in general is within floating offshore wind development. Whilst we're seen often right now as the laggards within Europe, floating offshore, particularly the profile of Ireland's west coast, gives us a real basin for innovation, a real opportunity to harness what is on our west coast and become world leaders in that area. If we can harness and demonstrate that we can build floating offshore and fixed offshore on the west coast of Ireland, then we can export that IP to anywhere in the world. So for me, floating is probably one of the more exciting areas which Green Rebel and the supply chain in general should look to innovate in and to export our talents and IP in that area. So as of today, the biggest challenge that we face is is the consenting process. So it is challenging both for developers and supply chain to really focus on this industry without the necessary certainty that's required. What directly affects developers in their ability to get work done has a direct benefit or a direct impact on supply chain. Another big challenge that Ireland is going to face is talent and the talent pools that exist. There's only so many ecologists and ornithologists and geophysicists, and we're all competing with each other for that same talent. So, there needs to be a call on government and universities to really start upskilling in this area for Ireland to really achieve its opportunity from an economic perspective. So Green Rebel was set up to help Ireland achieve the economic opportunity for offshore wind. We very much see and take an air of responsibility around creating a template or inspiring other companies to set up and start servicing this industry. So Green Rebel, as of today, we have 90 full-time employees and 91 full-time employees, but we expect to grow, and we expect to hopefully inspire other businesses and other companies and other entrepreneurs to enter this market. We have an opportunity in Ireland to create a brand new industry, one where we can right now kind of set the tone for the culture and set the tone for what this industry could be. Green Rebel takes its role and its responsibility in that area very, very seriously, and hopefully we can be a template for others to follow. Green Rebel has grown quickly, it has built quickly, it has failed quickly, but we continuously see our role here as a means to inspire other companies to do similar.